This is a YouTube character known as Brick Jonesy. Brick Jonesy is what is known in YouTube world as a panel whore. Brick Jonesy is a low intelligence level person who desires as much attention as he can get. He pretends to be someone with intelligence with higher than 2 digits in his IQ rating. Don't be a Brick Jones. This is Finkel, formerly known as Old Sarge Finkel, or David Finkel, or D.N. Finkel, or Norman Finkel. I host panels and I join panels, and I met Brick Jones on my own panel when once upon a time he was getting loud and obnoxious, and we threw him in the basement. Now this is a StreamYard basement. This is backstage, as you might call it. And when he was backstage, he was yelling and screaming the whole time. And when we brought him back up, he was still spurging out, and he was in the middle of a yell and a scream. I know you can hear me. Brick, we could not hear you.
Just be a fucking man, bro.
Brick.
Just be a man, bro. Who whines and says, be a man, bro?
I can't show
Brick.
you. You want me to
I can't show you.
The clear blue,
my dick?
when you and Bass were having a discussion, the clear blue, you shouted out, Finkel, I can't show you how to be a man.
Right.
And anal beads. You forgot Finkel.
You can show people how to be a man.
can't do it.
If you don't know how to be a man, you can't show
I
it.
didn't say
And he wants anal beads. It's
Wait,
weird.
hold on. Wait. Now let's get down to the crux of the matter. So you don't understand English.
The panel whore known as Brick Jonesy apparently does not understand English. He had shouted out that he is incapable, unable. He lacks the ability to show me how to be a man. And the reason for that is he does not know how to be a man. In order to teach something, you have to know something. And he knows nothing, especially when it comes to being a man.
Right now, or shut your yap.
Oh, dude.
It's one or the other.
You are the fucking problem.
Send Resla money.
On this particular night, myself, Finkel, Einhorn, Norman, David, Olsarge, whatever you want to call me, myself and the entire panel and the entire chat felt that the panel whore was doing it once again. He was talking over everybody, and I decided to bring up something that had yet been unresolved. His former claim that he fears God, not man. It was time to explain to him that he fears man, not God.
My name's Base Oracle. What's the fucking point? What's the fucking point? What's the fucking point? You see how annoying that is?
Well, Brick has not yet noticed that I have changed my avatar to a picture that he presented himself to public. He's going to get upset about it when he realizes it, but he totally misses the point I am making. He fears man, not God. He is not in acceptance with the world around him. He, what do they call him? He's spurgulicious.
We should try to make him money.
It's not my fucking
You're a
job.
child. How could you be a
It's
daddy?
not
You're a
my
fucking kid. You're a
job,
child. I know. Don't cry.
How much is it to bounce based?
This is a YouTube character known as Based Oracle. Based Oracle travels in the same circles as Flow State, Raging Tomato, for a while generally spastic, but Based Oracle's mostly lately been doing his own show. He's a man of logic and wisdom, and he doesn't take a lot of bullshit. On this particular night, Based Oracle, just like the rest of us, had had enough with Brick Jonesy's stupidity and his talking over everyone. But Brick Jonesy didn't want that, so he thought he was going to buy Resla into taking Based Oracle off, because he's just not accepting that there are people more intelligence, more maturity, and more manliness than himself, and that threatened him. So he wanted to buy him off.
We should try to make him money.
It's not my fucking
You're a
job.
child. How could you be a
It's
daddy?
not
You're a
my
fucking kid. You're a
job, bro.
child. I know. Don't cry.
How much is it to bounce based?
How much is it? I don't have money, but how much is it?
Are you referring a timeout or to bounce? And you talking about for the whole night?
The whole night.
Damn, he that triggered. Do it.
Now, here's the problem with the panel whore, the attention seeker, known as Brick Jonesy. Once he realized that he wasn't going to steal the stage all for himself, he wanted to buy someone else off. Here's the problem with that. Brick Jonesy doesn't have a job. He is unemployable. He is without income, other than maybe YouTube and handouts. But Brick Jonesy, when you try to buy your way into the center of attention, it would help if you had a job. If you have a job, you can do this.
Appreciate that, Finkel.
Bail?
I mean,
Bail for base? Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. I got. That's good.
Bail
Finkel,
for
that's-
you got buried before you started.
I
Look
don't
at that.
remember anything about bail. Press question. Based Oracle has to go in.
I didn't even talk like 5% of what.
Is that wait? I need to hear, Finkel. Is that your call?
Is what my call.
You said the bail for base, but you said Brick has to go bigger to shut him up.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, it's really your call, but if my
I'm like, it was left open. That's why I'm asking you.
if Brick puts any money up to shut Based up, I match it up to $50. He has to go bigger than $50
Can I
to.
point
Oh,
something out?
Nice.
Okay, I hear you.
That's your pay the way.
What happened?
You and I
What
have a
happened, Brick?
conversation real quick.
Go ahead,
You and
Brick.
I? Okay. I want you to notice something. So I've been arrested in the past for things that I've done and things
Oh,
that I
no
didn't
doubt.
do, okay?
I
we believe that.
So now that he's been outbid on shutting other people up, now he notices, I am Brick. I fear man, not God. And now that he notices that, and that he's going to have to spend a little coin to shut people up, now he's going to whine and bitch and complain about me pointing out that he fears man, not God. He is not in acceptance with the world around him.
Okay.
Izzy, that link for you.
So can I have a conversation with you, Resla,
Yes.
at a moment? Right?
Yes.
Without some fucking spurt.
All right, attempt one, pay for it. Shit. It's going to cost you more than $5. It's going to cost you more than $50. Okay, that failed. How about we grab the host's attention for a little one-on-one? This is the host. We know him as Resla or Resla Opinionated. He hosts some meaningful, intelligent, thoughtful panels. Well, until Brick Jonesy or Generally Specific join the panel, and then it goes all to shit. Well, let's watch Brick Jonesy try to dominate the show for himself once again, as good panel whores do.
Cool. So I've been arrested for things that I've done,
Okay.
right? And I've also been arrested for things that I did not do, okay?
Translation: he is a career criminal who's not willing to admit all of his crimes. He is in denial. Another part of his inability to accept the world around him.
Okay.
Right? And I've also been arrested for things that I did not do, okay? I've been dragged, okay? Dragged through the courthouse lobby, okay? For something I've not done. I've literally had my rights violated, okay? I want to point this out because there's a man on your panel right now who's got my image up of me having my ass dragged through the lobby, okay?
Oh, is that what
My
it is?
rights were fucking violated. My rights were violated, right? Now, I put that video out for
Nam yo ho renge kyo, and acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. When I am disturbed, it is because I find some person, place, thing, or situation, some fact of my life unacceptable to me. And I can find no serenity until I accept that person, place, thing, or situation as being exactly the way it is supposed to be at this moment. Nothing, absolutely nothing, happens in God's world by mistake. In other words, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Public's assumption so that people could know why it is that I do what I do, right? So instead of looking at that and going, you know what, Brick was done wrong. Instead, what they do is they bring that image up to make fun of me. Why? Why do people do that?
Well, I'm glad you asked. The reason we bring it up is not to make fun of you. It is to help you realize that you do fear man more than God. And we'll demonstrate very shortly how we know this.
Get it? Now, when it comes to this conversation that we're having, right? We're having a conversation back and forth, right?
Yes.
And then someone comes up and wants to talk over me, and then I'm having a peaceful conversation. I've actually been promoting peace on your channel. I go to other channels.
No. You yell over everybody else, you spurg out, you contradict yourself, and most of all, you are not in acceptance.
From me, right? And I can do that. I can leave, you know, and this is your channel, and you say the very same thing. If I want to leave, I can leave, but I don't want to leave. I like having the intellectual conversations. We were having that until a stupid motherfucker named Based Oracle come up here and literally every fucking.
Well, you have multiple problems. One, you're low intelligence, so you don't realize that you're wrong. Two, you're insecure about not being right. Three, you have no acceptance. You have no understanding of the world around you. So four, you have to yell over everybody else. And then you have to blame everybody else for yelling at you. But remember, the reason you wanted one-on-one time with the host was to tattle on me, showing your image being dragged through the courthouse like a little bitch. A little bitch who fears man more than he fears God.
Why the fuck would I come up on a panel unless I'm having fucking fun? This ain't work for me. This is work for you, right? This is work for you, right? And it's making you money, which is great. I love it, bro. I love this. So anybody who wants it can come and get it, right? If they want me to be daddy, I guess I'll have to be fucking daddy and show them how to be a fucking man. God damn. It's not my fucking job. I can't do it. I'm just going to be me. I am just a man. But they can fucking look at me and maybe they'll see.
Does that sound like an intelligent, calm, level-headed man who's in acceptance with the world around him? No. He is not having fun. He is not happy.
Talked about you. I have not. I have.
All right, in this particular episode, he explains, doesn't make sense. He explains that he fears God more than man because the charges of the event where he's being dragged to the courthouse were dropped. My point to him that he keeps missing is that if you had faith in God, if you feared God, if you did not fear the men, you would walk proudly, knowing that it's in God's hands. Like Daniel and the lions. Daniel didn't crawl and cry before the lions. He had faith in God. Am I saying we all have faith in God like that? No. But I am pointing out that despite your claims that you do not. Let's watch. This is the video in question. Off to the left, you can see Brick approaching the lobby. Let's watch it again. Now, as soon as he enters the lobby, he realizes he doesn't really want to be there, and he throws himself on the ground. Notice there's nobody around him. He throws himself on the ground like a little bitch. So when these Karens come in and throw himself on the ground like a little bitch, now people are going to approach him and see what the fuck is up with this crazy motherfucker. All right, let's cuff him because he's crazy. And where do we go from here after we cuff him? He seems a little brave at first. He imitates being an adult male. He's pretending to be a man. He's walking like a man. For this moment, he is in acceptance. He realizes he's got to go face the music like a man. He's doing great so far, but he doesn't get very far. Before he realizes he's going somewhere he's decided he doesn't want to go. Now he will flex the fact, or at least the fact as he tells us, that these charges were dropped. Therefore, he was brave. But as you see here, he's not so brave anymore. He loses his faith in God and he gains his fear of men. Watch this right here. This is not Daniel going into the den of tigers or lions, whatever it was. This is bitch Jonesy, bitching all the way. If you have faith in whatever you call your higher power, you are in acceptance that these men can walk you like you started walking, and it's going to be all okay in the end. If it's not okay now, it's not the end. And as you've told us, in the end it was okay, or at least that's what you tell us. Resistance is futile. You're going in. Don't be a bitch. You're going in. Now, I am not saying it's abnormal for this behavior. You don't want to go where you're going. But for you to turn around and tell us that you have more faith in God than you do of the men who are dragging you where you obviously don't want to go and are unwilling to go, you're full of shit. And that's all. We're not making fun of you. I don't know. Maybe if I broke the law and I was being dragged to my hearing, maybe I'd act the same way too. But I don't falsely claim that I have more faith in God than I do in my fellow man.